welcome back to my channel. This is a very different video. I say that so often, it doesn't sound like it makes sense anymore. But anyway, we're going to be working on cosplay construction for my original character, Rosenthorn. I've kind of owed this to my community for over a year now, and I've been so worried about making sure it's perfect that I just have been putting it off. So we're going to start today. And shots may be a little weird. I have some camera issues going on, so I'm down to not my main cameras, but we'll make it work. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So originally I was going to use my DSLR as the main camera and either the GoPro or the camcorder as my secondary camera to show what I do with my hands, but I can't find another SD card. I only have one. So we're going to use my phone for the other. So I apologize if the footage isn't quite as nice as it should be. I'm working on getting my face cam replaced, which will then move all my cameras down one and back to where they should be. Anyway, you don't care about that. We're going to start off by working on the tail for Rosenthorn today. This is definitely thinner than it should be in terms of what I should have gotten for Rosenthorn, but I don't think there's really a way around that at this point. I don't really have the money to replace this right now, so we're going to try and make this work. I whacked myself in the face too many times with that. So we're going to work on this. I already cut out the end of the tail that will be attached. And we have these little pointy bits, which are a tad bit wider than I'd want them to be for this. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out, okay? Let's get our glue gun ready. Good thing I did this first. Lol. Okay, wait a little bit. For an idea of what I want everything to look like, I'm going to insert a photo. This is ridiculous. Okay. While we wait for the glue gun to heat up, I'm going to show you the things I have already set for this cosplay. One moment. Safety first. Don't trip. Okay. I'm back. The things that I already have: throwing axes, tiefling horns, and her wig. I'm incapable of doing something the right way. Anyway, seems like this is hot, so we're gonna push the stick in. So for reference, I kind of follow Ginny D. If you don't know who that is, I'd be shocked because somehow you found me. So you should super know who Ginny D is. But anyway, I loosely followed some of her recommendations and steps. I got a foam tube. Granted, the ones she looked at are much more malleable and not as thin. I definitely should have gotten something a bit thicker. The tail of Rosenthorn on my mini is decently thick, so something I'd want to change if I were to make some upgrades to Rosenthorn going forward. So let's start off with gluing this piece on. A little nervous. I've never used a glue gun. Anyone nervous? Oh, there. Oh, was like, I'm seeing smoke. That was about it. So we're gonna tape this on. I need to tape this on. Which I figured I'd have to do, but I wasn't really like thinking this through very well. Now to add some of these spikes. I'm kind of just gonna eyeball for this and hope for the best. To be fair, this cosplay is not going to be for a con. This is strictly going to be for a photo shoot. So I'm okay with things not being perfect, but there is a chance I may get annoyed with how thin this tail is and decide to redo it. Just gone, wait. I realize this is probably a better shot than taping everything with painter's tape. Maybe I'm wrong. Gonna let that cool a little bit, and then we will see what else we need to do for the tail before we move on to any other aspects of Rosenthorn's cosplay. So lengthwise, I'm pretty happy with it. Look-wise, I'm also happy with it. I'm just obviously uncertain if this thinness is gonna look really wonky. Part of me thinks since so little is gonna be seen, it won't matter, but I don't know. Clearly this is also not the color that this is gonna stay. This will need to be spray painted. I don't have any spray paint at the moment. I have acrylic paint, but I'm hesitant to use that for this because that's going to make it a white that I'm not really looking for. There we go. As you can see, Rose is like a white with maybe pinkish undertones. So I don't want her to look straight pale. Especially on the tail aspect, and there are designs that go through everything. As you saw, there are thorns wrapping all the way around, not really part of how she got her name, because I suppose name was decided as she was born, but kind of, yeah. All right, I think that's it for our first step. I don't know how I feel about it. I may have to get another tube and try this again. And decide then if this is what we want to do for the tail. I will get back to you all on that. Next piece we're going to work on for Rosenthorn will end up being the faux leather strap she has all over her body. She has a faux leather strap that goes down here, and then two that go on either arm. So I want to work on those parts next. And that'll be in another video. It's above the top and on the arms. It's a little difficult to see with the amount of designs on her body. But that'll be the next video for the cosplay stuff. So if you're interested in this at all and interested in seeing my journey with cosplaying and working on making my own things, stick around, because it might be really cool to see where I end up months and years from now in my crafting journey for my cosplays. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye! If you like this video, here are other videos. I haven't done a lot of crafting yet, so there probably won't be a huge list just yet, but soon. Soon, trust me. Trust me.